Please join me in prayer. Dearest Creator, we have gathered here today to give honor, respect, and remembrance. We want you to know we need you now. Would you come and be with us for a while? Since our eyes are too weak to see from heaven's point of view, and our ears are not able to hear all the music from heaven's mighty band, since the fog of pain and confusion of death and the loneliness of our heart each have the power to overwhelm us, strengthen us in this moment. We will remember that every good and perfect gift comes down from you, our Father of life and lights. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Els. You know, I had to smile for a second because I know Juan will tell me, hey, Doc, grab your big boy pants and let's go. So thank you, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Tony Gandia. I've been a long-time medical director for North Lauderdale Fire Rescue. I was Juan's medical director from the day he started at our amazing stations. And truthfully, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us today to honor our fallen brother, Juan. Our prayers are with the family, his parents, Jose and Celine Linares, his daughter Taylor, Chrissy, his longtime love, Juan's sister, Anna Sophia, and husband Paul, Katrina and her husband Kenny, and all his nephews, Nico, Jaden, Alan, Sebastian, his childhood buddy, Manny, and all his Firehouse brothers and sisters. I've been blessed, really blessed to know Juan from his entire career at North Lauderdale Fire Rescue. And as many of you know, guys and gals know that I've known for 10, 15, 20 years, I always say that you are my adopted sons and daughters, and Juan was certainly one of my first. He certainly pushes to be a better service. He loves challenging himself, and he continued to strive for excellence. I'm proud to say that I was a ClinCon champion. That's always a big deal. Although those crazy chickens, I wasn't quite sure what they were all about in that final scenario, as Christy will remember. But that certainly had a lot of laughs years and years after that. And that was a lot of fun. You know, after he was obviously a tremendous medic, we should say, he turned a little bit to the dark side and started to become a fire eater. And he demanded even more excellence and continued to challenge his colleagues. But what we most enjoyed and what I always keep enjoying from all my adopted sons and daughters are just the silly talks we have about life, family, and everything else. He was so incredibly proud of his daughter, and I recall a conversation when he was so nervous and scared about her going off to college. And I said, Juan, don't worry, brother, they'll all come back. I have 3 of them. Anyway, my love to my brother Juan, who really had a bigger heart than we can all imagine. I'm proud of my friend, and God bless. You know, we always talk about the firehouse as being our other family. And in truth, many of us spend more times with that family than we do with our own families. And each of us really depend on those brothers and sisters of that firehouse. And to give us a couple of words on that, Ian Sargent and Frank Mason from our firehouse, please. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Ian Sargent, District 7 President, Local 3080. I'm not a public speaker. Usually my work's kind of behind the scenes stuff. I brought Frank up here with me. So Juan's up there right now with his grandpa, you know, elbowing him, saying, watching this guy stutter his way through this stuff. So if you guys would bear with me. This is Frank Mason. He was Juan's lieutenant. He's since moved on to Palm Beach, but he's remained friends, one of Juan's best friends. So I asked him to kind of step in for me. I tried reading this last night with my wife. Didn't get through it very well, so I can only imagine how it's going to be today. First, I'd like to thank our Margate and Tamarack brothers and sisters for their support and providing coverage so that we can honor and, more importantly, celebrate the life of a man who truly epitomized what it is to be a professional firefighter. Our brother, Battalion Chief Juan Linares. To the family, Jose, Celine, Chrissy, and Taylor, on behalf of Metro Bell Professional Firefighters, I want to extend my deepest sympathies. You have lost a son, husband, and father, but today you have gained many, many brothers and sisters. Sorry. Juan was a man's man. He was a firefighter's fighter.
He was a proud Union brother. After 16 years of service, he showed the same enthusiasm and love for the job as when he had started just yesterday. For that 16 years, Juan proudly served North Lauderdale Fire Rescue and its citizens in saving countless lives. Battalion Chief Linares had ample offers during his time to move to larger departments with more opportunities and to make more money. He did not leave due to his sense of responsibilities to the department and to North Lauderdale, the city where he was raised.
Okay. He was my driver engineer when I began probation. Juan was extremely intimidating. And by that time, but at the same time, he was always teach and instruct us. He laid the groundwork for many careers, passing on the important lessons for those taught before him. Once you broke through his tough guy facade, you found a caring,
sensitive, and kind human being. He allowed us into his life to see that side. We both shared moments with him as a professional and in private that we'll never forget.
Let's find Davis again. Sorry, some water real quick. I don't know whose water this is.
It's my water. You need a water, please?
You know, Juan would be disappointed in me for delivering such a formal eulogy. He wasn't one for formality or sappy feelings. Not to disappoint, I wrote him a letter.
Hey buddy, I can see you up there in a recliner, drinking that crappy Miller Lite, watching us scrambling around, sweating in our Class A's, all while you have a smirk on your face. Other than the obvious examples of your leadership in fire and EMS, expertise that you have shown, I made a list of a few things that I'll never forget about you. Your body-shaking laugh, reserved for the most obscene.
All right. Body-shaking laugh that was reserved for the most obscene, distasteful, and inappropriate comment that I can come up with. Our late-night talks out back where I would tell you all my problems, and for you to answer with something to the effect of, "Stop being such a wuss." Number 3, you clearing the room with a silent fart and laughing proudly as we all scamble for fresh air. Listening to you correct everyone else's Spanish that was inferior to your Argentinian dialect. Lastly, I'm going to miss the brotherhood and camaraderie that you instilled in probies and expected from leadership. Your legacy will continue with stories around the dinner table and the training knowledge that will be passed on for generations to come. This has been an extremely horrific past couple weeks for North Lauderdale family. Our brother lost his father, another brother lost his mother, all in the last couple weeks. Unfortunately, I was only able to attend at the latter service last Saturday, where a poem was read, and I felt it was so fitting for Juan. I shared with some of the family, and with both permissions, I was asked to share the poem. This is in closing, by the way. So, miss me, but let me go. When I come to the end of the road and the sun has set me free, I want no rights in a gloom-filled room. Why cry for a soul set free? Miss me little, but not too long, and not with your head bowed low. Remember the love that we once shared. Miss me, but let me go. For this is a journey we all must take, and each must go alone. It's all a part of the Master's plan, a step on the road to home. When you are lonely and sick of heart, go to the friends you know, and bury your sorrows in doing good deeds. Miss me, but let me go. Rest easy, Chief. We'll take it from here.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. And you know, those stories are a million. And you know, I think he would say, "Hey, Doc, what are you afraid of a little water?" Anyway, you know, those of us who are really fortunate to have what we call childhood friends, kids that we knew when we were small little guys, small little girls, and know all our secrets, our fears, our loves, and everything else, are truly blessed. The few of us that really have those friends that are for a lifetime. And of course, our children are all our world, and all that matters many times. So please, I would like to invite up Manny and Taylor.
Those of you are here because you knew Juan are a collage of personal experience, private moments, common threads that when gathered in one space represent the whole that he was. We all have our memories of Juan, and when we share them, we realize that aside from those intimate one-on-one experiences, most of us share the same person. Brutally honest, to the point, loyal, and trustworthy. Juan left us in the midst of doing what he loved to do, which is pretty much whatever the hell he wanted to do. He was a son, a father, a brother, a friend, committed to his relationship. To those on duty, he was an officer, a mentor, and a leader, which basically meant, I'll tell you what to do and you're going to do it. By the way, this is Taylor, in case you don't know. Say hi. Juan's gray matter capacity for keeping information was impressive. As most of you who ever got into a conversation about any subject may have remember. No matter what you thought you knew about something, he would show you in about 2 to 3 minutes how wrong you were. His ability to be neat, however, was severely lacking. If you were close to him, you probably saw his truck. A few weeks ago, he sent me some pictures of a clean truck. It took him a few hours to clean the inside of his truck, which was an amazing feat, even for him. I'm trying to keep this short. I part here today as part of my buddy's, Juan's, personal collage. May you be in heaven, brother, an hour before the devil knows you're dead. I want to thank everybody for being here.
So, what I would like you to do, maybe later today, maybe tonight, maybe later this week, maybe next week, particularly if you have a ball cap. I would like you to take that ball cap and put it on in memory of our fallen brother, Battalion Chief Juan Linares. And by all means, put it on the way he liked to wear it. Am I right, Dave? In closing, today, we kneel for Juan, his family, and the brothers and sisters that worked with him. Tomorrow, we will all stand for him and answer the next alarm. Thank you.
All uniformed personnel, please rise. All uniformed personnel, please rise. All uniformed personnel seated, please rise. Present arms.
The men and women of today's fire service are confronted with a more dangerous work environment than ever before. We're forced to continually change our strategies and tactics to accomplish this task. Our methods may change, but our goals remain the same as they were in the past: to save lives and protect property, sometimes at a terrible cost. This is what we do. This is our chosen profession. This is the tradition of a firefighter. The fire service of today is ever-changing, but is steeped in tradition 200 years old. One such tradition is the sounding of the bell. In the past, as firefighters began their tour of duty, it was the bell that signaled the beginning of the day's shift. Throughout the day and night, each alarm was sounded by a bell, which summoned these brave souls to fight fires and to place their lives in jeopardy for the good of their fellow citizen. And when the fire was out and the alarm had come to an end, it was a bell that signaled to all the completion of the call. When a firefighter had died in the line of duty, paying the supreme sacrifice, it was the mournful toll of the bell that solemnly announced the comrade's passing. We utilize these traditions as symbols which reflect honor and respect on those who have given so much and who have served so well. To symbolize the devotion of these brave souls, had for their duty a special signal today of 4 rings, followed by 4 rings, and then 3 rings, followed by 4 rings, is the symbolism of Station 44 and Station 34, and represents the end of our comrades' duties, and that Juan will be returning to quarters. And now, Chief Linares has completed his task. His duty is well done. He has given his best. For our fallen brother, his last alarm, he has gone home.
in honor of Second Chief Juan Linares, North Station